Justice for Tulsa.
Search this town high and search this town high and low.
Hi, everybody. Welcome
Hi.
to whatever this is, a video where Bryn and I are going to be ranking the Outsider soundtrack from our number one top fave to our least fave, even though they're literally all amazing.
Wait, I feel like we should start at the bottom.
No, we should start at the bottom. I
Okay,
have
okay.
Cheez-Its and wine and some sour straws for our girls' night. Bryn, what are we working with over there?
I have Kit Kats, but specifically Canadian Kit Kats because they're better.
They're elite.
Um, some Aero minis, which these are also Canadian. They're like little bubble chocolate.
Oh,
And
so good.
my classic Cran Raz La Croix,
La Croix.
not LaCroix.
La Croix. The first time you came over to our apartment, you were like, "Do you want a La Croix?" And I was like, "A
A
who?
what?
A what?" La Croix. La Croix.
La
Love it.
Croix.
Okay, so as obviously if you're watching this, you're probably an avid Outsider fan. As you know, the album has recently come out, and this was really freaking hard. My method in
Really
ranking the
hard.
songs was to categorize them in like top fave, middle fave, and then bottom fave, and then, or I guess bottom, and the top had like 10 songs, middle had like 6, and bottom had like 3. Like, it was very difficult to pick, but I did. And I feel good about my picks. I really do.
I did mine really rushed. And now I'm like looking at it and I'm like, I don't know if I agree with this.
No, take a second. Look at
Um,
it. Look at it. I took time. I did it for maybe 30 minutes. And
what?
this is my, I stand behind my
You really
selects.
thought about it?
Go ahead. Take a sec.
Okay, yeah.
Rearrange.
Just like it's stressful because okay, I will say there were like three that I knew were gonna be t my top three.
Yeah,
And then there were three that I knew were gonna be my bottom three.
right.
And so it's really just
The middle that were really hard.
like five, six, and seven could be mixed up. Like eight, nine, and 10 could be shifted. Like
Do you want to make any last minute changes? Or are you standing behind them? I did. Whenever I was making it, I was like, I know this one is going to be here. And then I started writing it out and I was like, this is a disgrace. And I changed it.
I'm moving one a little bit higher. I can't decide if I think ours are going to be like vastly different or similar.
I think we might be surprised. Like, I feel like we're going to think they're going to be hella different and then they might be like spot on.
Yeah. It's 19 songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay. Bryn, what is your number 19? Why am I so nervous?
Hopeless War.
Okay, mine is Trouble.
Okay.
What's your 18?
I could talk to you all night.
Holy shit. No, that's what I expected for you. That is what I expected for you. I really thought that because, and the reason, not me like spitting my cheese on my mic. Oh my God, this is why people don't eat while they podcast. Okay, the reason I knew that that would be it for you is because when you first saw the show, you were like, I could take or leave Cherry's character. Like, she doesn't add anything to it. But okay, that
I really like Emma
crazy.
Pittman and like I really like the actress who plays Cherry. It's just like that's not I don't really care about that part of the story in the way I care about the rest of it.
I feel incredibly different. But I do respect where you're coming from and I understand it.
But I do like that song. Like it is a good song.
You're
And
gonna
I'm not
die because Bryn, literally on this week's episode of the podcast, I I say that I could talk to you for hours. Like I'm like, that should be my wedding song. But then I laughed because I was like, it starts out, I was under the impression you never read a book at all. And I just think
like
that's hilarious.
I do think it's a really good song and I don't skip it. Like there's no skips on
No
this
skips.
album.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just
Okay, well, my number 18 might surprise you equally is Hoods Turned Heroes.
wow. Okay.
And like half of my selections here, like I really tried to focus on like the music and like what, but half of it is what we're talking about here. And Hoods Turned Heroes comes at the most inopportune time. And for me, it does sound like a song that I do not want it to be cut, but it sounds like it could have been a song that could have been cut. I like the like shake up of it comes right after this like moment where they're like, okay, we have to do something, and then everybody sees it, they find out where they are. It's a necessary story or song for the plot, but it's also like we're at a high and then boom, Johnny is dying. And so it's but then just to look at it for like the song's quality, it's not like one of my favorite songs in the show at all.
I love that song.
I love it too. I love it too.
Because
like I love it too, but it is like one of my bottom. For sure.
I love that 2-Bit gets to have his little moment in that song. And also like in the show, I love the choreo to that song. Like it's when Brent Comer finally dances.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, anyway.
Yeah, no, that's
interesting.
That's like one of my bottom, just because it's like it once you've already seen the show once, you're like, I know what's coming next. And so when they're singing that song, you're like, let's get to the sad part. Like we're so happy right now. And it's not a bad song, but when I'm just listening to it, it's you know?
I get it. I'm doing a last minute switch of my 16 and 17.
Okay, so what's your 17?
Okay. My 17 is Trouble.
Okay. Trouble visually is an amazing song, but audio is not.
It's just it's 1 minute.
Trouble. Yeah. Yeah. That's why it was like
it's
last.
a good song.
And it pumps you up. It does what it's supposed to do. What is that behind you? Is that your vinyl? Your Ben Platt vinyl? What is that?
That is my Ben Platt Reverie Tour poster.
Yeah. Okay. Back to
what's your 17?
Hopeless War.
Okay.
This hopeless war, and we don't know we're fighting for.
It's a good song too.
It's so good. And I really thought whenever, like before I started making my list, I thought all of Cherry's songs were going to rank high for me because I knew they wouldn't rank high for you. And well, that's not why, but like, I was like, she'll be surprised by how high mine rank. But Hopeless War, it is like, it's kind of similarly to like Hood Turned Heroes. It's like an intermediate song. Like it's just a moment of like pause in the storyline. Everybody can tell where this is going, but like, let's take a sec.
In that moment, I don't care about Cherry at all. I'm like, Johnny Cade is dying or has died. Like, I don't need to hear Cherry sing right now. Pony Boy's depressed.
No, I get it. I
don't need to hear about Cherry.
But I love her, like the lyrical like sounds of her songs, and I love, I feel like this wine is making me say silly things already, but I just like the symbolism in her songs and like the way they're written, I think is really beautiful, and I think that she sings them so gorgeously.
She has a beautiful voice.
I love her.
Beautiful voice. And I do love the moment, like when she walks in and she like gives him Johnny's clothes.
That's such a powerful moment.
But yeah.
I get it. Okay, so we're past like the bottom. What's your 16?
Okay, this one's crazy.
I'm nervous. I know what it is. I know what you're going to say.
What do you think I'm going to say?
You're going to say Great Expectations. I knew it.
I think the reason is just because, honestly, I've listened to it too much.
That's same for me. Like, the ones I've listened to a lot, I have ranked lower than I would have if I listened to this album in one go.
Yeah, sure. I just, it's like such a gorgeous song, and Brody Grant can sing, but it came out so long ago that it's like, it's probably my most listened to song of 2024. I just called it 2025. It's probably my most listened to song of 2024 thus far. And for that reason, that's why it's that low.
So my 16 is Friday at the Drive-In. Okay. It's more of a dance song. There's not a lot. It's an amazingly choreographed song, and I love this moment in the musical. However, like the song itself is just like take it or leave it. 15?
What's your 15?
Tulsa 67. And you know what I sang on the podcast this week? We've had the lyric wrong the entire time. Did you realize that?
Okay. What have we been saying?
We've been saying, or I've been saying, this ain't Tulsa, 1967.
No, I've been saying this is Tulsa.
So you never thought to correct me?
I didn't notice that you were not saying it.
This is
God. Tulsa, 1967.
I've been saying this ain't
Tulsa,
1967.
My high rankings are gonna shock you.
Yeah, Tulsa 67 is my 15. What's yours?
Friday at the Drive-In.
Okay. Wait, we're kind of like aligned.
Not for long.
Not for long. Yeah, no, I've this entire time in all the videos we've done, I've sang that line more than any other line. This ain't Tulsa 1967.
I feel like when you say it like this ain't, like this is, like I feel like it sounds similar.
When I listened to the album all the way through and I heard them never say this ain't Tulsa night, and plus that lyric makes actually no sense. Like, I don't know why I was saying that. That's just what I heard, but it's fine. I'm fine.
Wait, I'm having second thoughts. Anyway, I'll keep thinking about it. But
no, this is written in stone, Bryn. You can't ever change it.
Fine.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
14.
Right. The finale. I love it. Stay gold. The middle songs are so like, it's hard to pick middle, you know?
Oh my God.
What's your 14?
Far Away from Tulsa.
Oh yeah, we're different. We're different.
I have a weird thing. I don't like when they go back to Great Expectations. I don't think it fits.
Yeah, you said that the first time that we saw it together, and I completely disagreed.
It just feels like they're out of nowhere, like screaming.
No, I think it's a beautiful callback.
Yeah, just not my fave. Not my fave.
I get it. This is like the definition of like to each their own. Like we've seen it together so many times, but we like have such different opinions about certain things.
I don't dislike a single song.
Of course.
I want to make that clear.
I feel like we've already said that 3 times. Like,
yeah. Yeah. Okay, 13.
Great Expectations.
Okay, mine's Grease Got a Hold.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know. Maybe if I sat and thought about this for longer, but I guess it's kind of good that it's just my like.
My favorite thing about Grease Got a Hold, and like you'll figure out where it ranked for me shortly, but my favorite thing is that you hear from so many different people. And I think one of my favorite, like the reason some songs ranked higher than others is because through the lyrics they're telling a story, and Great Expectations definitely feels like one of those songs that's like this is going to be a good PR song, which is totally true, but it doesn't have anything really. Okay, it does. But it's not explaining the story. Grease Got a Hold. He's just become a greaser. You're hearing from 3 different characters about their specific experiences as greasers. And so for me, like a lot of those songs that do a lot of the storytelling and cover a lot of the story in the song itself, those are the songs that are my favorite. Okay.
See, I think my ranking was more like, I guess no, part of it was story, but also part of it is just like, do I like to listen to this song?
Yes, 100%.
You know?
Yeah, for me too, for sure.
Yeah. I really like Grease Got a Hold. Jason Schmidt in it is like so good.
That's like Soda Pop's, like it defines his character. It defines who Dallas is, it defines Soda Pop, and it defines 2-Bit. You get to hear so much of him. One of my favorite lyrics is, I'm a latchkey kid, but they keep changing the locks. Like, it's so clever. Love 2-Bit. That song I think is like, I think that's a greater PR song because it's explaining all these characters. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking over you. Please take the floor.
No, that is fair. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah,
you're gonna
Great Expectations. What was your 12?
You're gonna hate me. What is yours?
Wait. I'm so nervous. Mine is Death's at My Door. Yeah. That's
wow.
Yeah. I don't need to explain it. Yeah.
Okay. Mine is Little Brother.
Okay. No, I had a hard time placing that song because
the moment makes it not the song.
The last 30 seconds of that song is when it really freaking becomes what it is. And the choreography, whenever Dallas is standing at the top and everybody's at the bottom and they're like doing that, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that, the choreography really defines that song. So I get that. I had a hard time placing some of Dallas's songs. I get your placement for Little Brother. It's such a good song. And you know what I love about this album is that all of Dallas's songs sound similar, Run, Run, Brother and Little Brother. And then all of Brent Comer. Yeah, Daryl. All of Daryl's songs sound super similar too.
And so do like Emma Pittman's, like Cherries both sound similar.
Where we at? 12?
I just did 12. What was your 12?
Death's at My Door.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so then 11 is Runs in the Family.
Holy crap. Yeah. We're so much more different than I thought.
Yeah. No, I thought that one was going to be one of my number ones, but then like up against all these others, I was like, no, this is where it goes for me. Yeah. I like listened to it all the way through and I was like, yeah, this is it. What's yours?
Justice for Tulsa.
Okay, my 10 is Justice for Tulsa. And let me just say, does anybody else hear this?
Dan Barry. Dan Barry.
Dan Barry, the song becomes what it is whenever Cherry and Paul come in. However, does anybody else hear this? The beginning goes, call Clement at
3:15.
I hear call 45 2.0. Baby, that's all we need. The song bum 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 bum. I know some of y'all will know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I cannot sing that song. I do not know the lyrics, but it sounds just like this weed smoking song. And once I finally get to interview somebody from The Outsiders, I'm going to ask them if they hear it.
I think why it really doesn't do it. Like, I really like the second half and like Dan Barry, Chef's Kiss. I'm so not used to hearing him sing it because the last 2 times we haven't seen him.
No, same.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, I forgot Dan Barry.
His voice sounds so good in this song, though.
Oh, he's really good. It doesn't bother me as much in the show as it did in the album, but like at the start of that song when it's like Kevin William Paul singing it, but he's the one who he's singing about.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it just like I'm standing, like I'm listening to it as if Bob is singing, but it's not Bob singing.
So it's bothering you. Okay, so the first time I saw it, Bryn, I thought that was such a weird choice. I was like, I convinced myself in my head, I was like, no, they just got some actor that kind of looks like him. I was like, there's no way they're having Bob, who just died, play the cop. Now, obviously, I appreciate Kevin William Paul's performance and I like him. And so I'm like, okay, I love to see more of him. Like, we don't want to just never see this actor again because he's great. So now I'm fine with it. But when I saw it the first time, Bryn, I completely agree. I thought that was such a bizarre choice.
I think like it's probably just because the role of the cop is so small that it's like,
small. But then
they're not gonna, they could have one of the Socs do it, but then it's like you're missing one of the Socs in that song. Like I get why they make that decision.
No, I think
but
it's
weird. Just like
I do think it's weird.
Well, they're not gonna have like a different actor come in just to do the part of the cop.
Well, I think about Appropriate, the play we saw, and in case you forgot, that's the play we saw. I don't know why I said that. I think about Appropriate. At the very end, they have that real estate person come in who you've never seen before. And he is only on stage at like the last 3 minutes of the play.
Yeah, but he doesn't speak, does he?
No.
So it's got to be a member of the crew. There's no way that's an actor.
You think it's a member of the crew? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
but this guy sings. Like, you have to have a singer to do this role.
It is. I agree with you. It is weird. It definitely doesn't bother me at first or now, but at first it did. I was like,
yeah,
what?
I just don't love it in the album. But anyway,
I get
that's my 11.
I think
and it's your 10.
I were to, it is my 10. I think if I were to do that, I would definitely pick like an understudy. Like Tilly could do it, like I would definitely pick like somebody who just, or not an understudy, but like a member of the ensemble.
If any of them were not there, it would be strange. I think I would notice their absence more than I notice him being the cop.
Maybe that is why they made the decision because like, he's dead now. And so
I just think the thing is he has a really distinct voice.
Yeah, he does. But we only ever really hear him like sing in Fridays at the Drive-In.
Yeah. And this.
Friday at the
Yeah.
drive-in. Okay, ready for number 9?
No, I haven't done my 10.
Oh, what is it?
Run, Run, Brother.
Okay. That's a little surprising, but okay. I get it. The middle were hard to pick. Like the middle
Yeah,
were
this is
arguably the
hard.
harder or hardest. My number 9 is Soda's Letter.
Wow.
That felt really weird and like kind of wrong, but it's because we've already had the album for a while.
Yeah,
know?
fair. Fair. Mine is Hoods Turned Heroes.
Wow, that's so high.
I really like that song. I love 2-Bit.
Okay,
I really
okay.
like his voice.
My number 8 is Little Brother. Little Brother.
Okay. Mine's the finale.
Wow. Yeah, we are picking them different.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, the finale has ranked under Tulsa 67. For me, finale was over Tulsa 67.
So when I said like 5 minutes ago, I'm having second thoughts, it's because I can't decide which one I like better.
I picked finale over because I was like, I love the new Stay Gold. Like,
yeah. No, I think it is a fantastic opening and closing song because it gets you so into the show at the beginning and it leaves you feeling very heartwarmed at the end.
They are great. Yeah.
You know?
Completely agree.
Okay. Yeah. That's my 8.
However, your opener and your closer are always going to kind of be like either wrapping up or like opening up, you know? So they're going to be kind of like vague songs. So that's why they were a little lower for me. Okay. 8, right? Or no, 7?
7.
Run, Run, Brother. For me.
Okay. My 7 is Runs in the Family, the reprise.
Oh! So you like Runs in the Family more.
Honestly, I wish I got to re-listen to them when I was making this list.
Bryn.
What? I didn't have time.
I wasn't pushing you. I said, take your time, girl. It's fine.
I felt guilty.
Nah, no worries.
So I kind of like my ranking of Tulsa 67 and the finale like could honestly be flipped, and my ranking of the reprise and the regular Runs in the Family could also be flipped.
Okay, that's valid.
But isn't the reprise when he slaps him?
Yeah, it's only bad at the end though. The beginning is so freaking good.
But it's
Damn
the
it,
same.
I've had it. I'm done trying to please you. That's
okay.
and they're about the same length too. Even though it's a reprise, they're about the same length of song.
Okay, fair.
The one I made my TikTok to on the roof, that was the reprise. It just goes a lot harder. The original one is like, that's why I'm standing in the kitchen and I'm singing this song. Like it's a lot like it's like
I
lower
just think
stakes.
It's such a good introduction to Daryl.
Oh, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
My new
That's
follower.
my 7.
Brent Comer, my
wow.
new follower.
Number 6.
I could talk to you all night. I love that song.
I can't believe that's so high for you.
No, like when I'm watching the musical, I'm waiting for that song. I love that song.
That is the one song, honestly, where I think about something else.
No, I love that song.
That whole song, I watch Barton. Okay.
Remind me, I need to tell you something after this, okay?
Okay.
Just remind me. Okay.
My 6 is Stay Gold.
Okay. Okay, we have a couple of these songs that we're both still like holding on to. So maybe we have the same number 1.
We don't have the same number 1.
Oh, damn. I already said it then. Okay.
Yeah.
My 5 is Grease Got a Hold on You. Okay. I love that song. Love, love, love.
My 5 is Throwing in the Towel.
We do not. Yep.
Is that your number 1?
Pause. We're not going
wow.
there. Okay. Throwing in the Towel is your 5. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Okay. My number 4 is Runs in the Family reprise.
My number 4 is Soda's Letter.
I knew that would be like your top.
I love that song so much.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And that's if we heard the album in one piece, a couple of days ago, that would have been there for me too, I'm sure.
That would probably be my number 1, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Pony boy, this house ain't home without you. What's that one that I said it on the TikTok and I still believe it, that when he goes, till he finally falls asleep by the telephone. Pony, what's been done is done.
It's only so far
you can run. Yeah, that's my number 4.
That's so valid.
I don't think we have any left in common now.
No, we don't. My 3 is Stay Gold.
My 3 is Death's at My Door.
Okay, ready for 2?
Uh-huh.
My 2 is Far Away from Tulsa.
Wow, my
that
2
song does something like inside of my soul.
It is really good. It is really good. I just don't like the Great Expectations part. My 2 is Runs in the Family.
Either reprise or not.
Yeah, who knows? I think it's the first one.
Okay. What's your number 1?
Wait, so your number 1 is...
My number 1 is Throwing in the Towel. For sure. That is my number 1.
That's not surprising to me.
It is my favorite. It is so emotive and it is so beautiful. And oh my God.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's absolutely my
Their
top 5.
voices paired together, Jason Schmidt and Brent Comer. Literally, there's not a more gorgeous sound on this earth.
Yeah.
And yours, your number 1.
Tulsa 67.
This is Tulsa
1967.
That is your number 1?
I don't know. I just love when it's like I stepped out into the dark of the movie house.
That's so wild.
I've never been out of Tulsa before. I wonder what it would be like. It sets it up so well. I also just like picture them dancing while I'm listening to it because I like remember that choreo so well.
Right.
And like that makes me happy.
Well, Thrown in the Towel is just this moment of like, it's like desolate. These brothers don't know where their brother is, and they are so afraid, and they don't know what is next in their life, and they only have each other to lean on.
The moment where he goes, baby, that's what love is all about. That's my other best 5 seconds on Broadway right now.
It is genuinely a perfect song. Perfect.
Yeah.
And these two people who sing it could not be more flawless.
Yeah. The moment in Tulsa 67, like the moment in that show where they all come out and they all start dancing. Like I have a list of songs from musicals that I've seen that give me goosebumps and like bring tears to my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of them.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
They're all so good. Okay, there you have it, guys. That is our Outsiders top to bottom faves. Love you, Broadway besties. Let us know in the comments if you were shocked by any of our hot takes, any of our rankings. Let us know. And then let us know what your rankings are. Yeah. We need to know. We need to know. And shout out to my Broadway bestie, Nikki, for giving us the idea to do this because it was a lot of fun.
We love it.
Okay, bye.
Bye.